Welcome to Conversations. I'm Suresh Kochak. I'm not in Hyderabad, I'm in Kerala on a short vacation and should be hopefully back in Hyderabad by this weekend. But I thought I should speak about a few issues that are bothering you. And for sure, some of them are kind of troubling not just me, but the entire nation. One of that, is Rahul Gandhi's vote chori campaign. A campaign that we all know is fake, filled with kind of accusations against Modi government based on data which nobody has seen and nobody has actually worked on. Now news comes in that what we see with Lokniti CSDS data on Maharashtra has been blown out of proportion and of course has turned out to be fake. Why so? This is something that we need to understand. Why is it that the Lokniti data is fake? Because they picked up two rows as the head of Lokniti CSDS, Sanjay Kumar, is trying to tell us that those two rows didn't match, and that is where they had a problem. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is all fake. The problem is not about rows or the data that is being read. The problem is the intent. The intent with which this entire campaign against the Modi government has been run. It's very similar to what happened in Pakistan, where Imran Khan, who's supposed to have won the election, is in jail. Sheikh Hasina, who won an election which many dispute, is in India. And of course, Rahul Gandhi tried the same trick through his sponsors, including George Soros and Ford Foundation and others. But none of them will work in India. The CSDS data, the Lokniti CSDS data, obviously were the first cover to be blown. And before that, we have the Mahadevpura, where Rahul Gandhi tried to show off as if he's kind of an expert in this business. But everybody knew that he was faking it. The PowerPoint presentation which he made was made by somebody and he has no idea because he was just reading from it. He claimed that he did so much of research that they could find out duplicate voters and this and that. And Bihar, there was a lady who was 125 years old. There was a guy in Karnataka who had 6 votes in different constituencies. All that is crap. And we all know these people came out and said, look, it is not our fault that my age is 125, somebody entered. The age is 1900 instead of what was supposed to be entered. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi should realize one thing, that this campaign which is running is a fake one and everybody in India knows. He's timing it with the Bihar election, where the special intensive revision is going on. His party tried its best to stop it in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court refused to stay it. And 65 lakh people whose names are now not there in the rolls have been given a chance to wake up from the dead and come and certify that they are alive. We all know duplicate voters are an endemic problem in India. There are a number of them, and the main reason for that is people register in different constituencies in different points of time as they keep shifting. But more importantly, what is happening is now the linking with Aadhaar. The Supreme Court themselves have said that you can use Aadhaar. Yes, nobody has denied that Aadhaar cannot be used. It can be used. In fact, that is one of the suggestions the Election Commission had come up with, and we have people from OVC to the Congress party objecting to it. Now, the same Congress party says they want Aadhaar to be used. Kapil Sibal, Abhishek Manu Singh, we and others were in the Supreme Court agreeing to the same suggestion. And if you ask me, this is a big winner. Because the moment you link Aadhaar to the voter IDs, all the duplicates will go out because there can be only one vote with one Aadhaar. Of course, it's a different matter that Aadhaar itself is kind of a big factory, fake factory, especially in West Bengal and Kerala, where thousands of these cards are produced for Bangladeshis. It's a different ball game. We will play that later because the Election Commission cannot decide on citizenship. That's the domain of the Union Home Ministry, which Mr. Amit Shah hopefully will deal later. But right now we are talking about one specific thing, which is basically the fact that duplicate voters, people who have passed away, and of course people who have migrated permanently from each state need to be checked. And across India, Aadhaar needs to be linked to the voter ID, not as a documentation, not as an identity document, but more importantly, as a kind of certification saying that you are who you are and you cannot be in more than one place. Let us see how this functions out, because What happened now is that with this CSDS Lokniti admission by Sanjay Kumar that they had faked the data, and he deleted his tweet and he apologized. The Congress didn't even have the guts to do that. Pawan Khera and all his chamchas, including Jairam Ramesh and others, they just deleted the tweets without even offering an apology, saying sorry, we picked up the wrong data, or we picked up the data which is now wrong, and so we are sorry about it. No, they sorry is not there in the lexicon. But more importantly, even Sanjay Kumar should not be allowed to get away with it. He needs to be punished because he just did not even fudge the data. He even wrote articles justifying it. He wrote articles about why the Congress was right and why they were kind of not allowed to meet the election commission and how the election commission of India needs to kind of pull its socks up and all that nonsense. So he had a deliberate agenda because we know that he has admitted on Arnab's show that he received huge sums of money from Ford Foundation, Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation, the Dutch government, the British government, and a whole lot of entities, including ULA Foundation. Where did this money go from? What was the money given to them? Obviously, that was given for regime change. That was given to bring down the Modi government. And Sanjay Kumar needs to be arrested. He needs to be interrogated. And we need to know how many more organizations are there in the country which receive these kind of funds and claim to work on the election data. It's a huge industry, and this entire industry is today kind of having a negative image. It was had to happen because you had the kind of Yogendra Yadav sitting in television studios and trying to crunch numbers when we all know that he had an agenda. Like he still has an agenda. And the old days of Dorab Supariwala and others sitting with Pranav Roy is gone. Now it is purely a number game. Who gives me more money? I'll give them that much of extra opinion polls. And this needs to be stopped. This kind of nonsense needs to be stopped because where Rahul Gandhi has been using data selectively without talking about what happened in Wayanad, without talking about what happened in Rai Bareli. Let there be an SIR across India. Give the Election Commission of India 1 year. Clean up the entire data across the country. It doesn't take much time. It took 2 months in Bihar. It will take less than in smaller states. And definitely what we're going to see is a cleaned up data. Nobody is claiming everything is perfect. But we have 70 odd years of muck that needs to be cleaned up. And the Election Commission is doing a damn good job for all the shortcomings because all those officers who do this job are all from the state government. So if there's something in West Bengal, the West Bengal government will start dictating what to do. And we know what happened in West Bengal. The 4 election officials at the BLO level gave away the username and passwords to the TMC guys so that they could fill in names as they wanted. They were caught. They were not suspended, but they were moved away from the seats. And sooner or later, we're going to see election commission data in its cleanest form. Maybe it'll take a year's time. But let us give them a year. But Rahul Gandhi, he should have cases filed against him. And I said this before on numerous other shows that if you fake data, the reason why Rahul Gandhi is not willing to take it on oath and give this data to the election commission because he knows that he will get caught. He will be criminally prosecuted. And that is what needs to happen, that there needs to be cases against Rahul Gandhi and others who are peddling this fake data. And they need to be taken to the court, and an example needs to be set for the rest of the country that we as a democracy will survive. We will not allow these treason or these kind of guys who are against working against our country, these seditionists, will not be allowed to upset our democratic system. See you later and meet us at conversations. Jai Hind.